Hello everyone, it is Nathan Cavalcanti from São Paulo, Brazil. Today we are going to talk about a very interesting subject, to connect a web server to SAP using our RFC connector. Okay. Um, First of all, I just would like to show the players of this scenario. So we have a web server. Sorry, this is in Portuguese, but I will translate to you guys. We have a web server over here. We have our RFC connector. That is, I'm using SAP RFC, and we have a SAP server. Okay, the environment can be internet or intranet, and here we have three types of customers or clients. Sorry, a cell phone, mobile, can be a tablet, and can be a computer. Okay, so the flow of this scenario is uh, the clients can send information through intranet, asking information from SAP. So no matter what they send goes through the web server. Web server uses our SAP RFC connector and goes to SAP server. Okay, so here we have importing and exporting parameters. Here we are using RFC inside SAP. So let's just say I would like a vendor report. I just put a parameter, like for example, vendor. I would like to see a report from SAP based on all vendors from Brazil. So I just put Brazil as code, and this information goes through all this way until SAP server. SAP server receives a function call with parameters Brazil, do the search inside the tables inside SAP, and provides an answer. This answer comes back to the connector, goes to web server, and the web server presents in client's screen the results of the query or the search and so on. Okay, that's the flow of the data. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys how to set up a web server in order to see it working. Okay. Um, First of all, I would like to show you where I got the files. So we can go through Google and go to SAPRFC. And this is the web page, and we can find all documents. You can download all documentation. Okay, this is open source. It's totally free. So this is the first step. Download the files, and you're gonna need a web server. Okay. I'm using a virtual machine. I'm working on Windows 2003, but you can work with Linux. Okay. So everything that I have downloaded, I have generated spec, and first of all, we're going to install this software in order to turn this computer into a web server. Okay. First of all, let's just try. Let's just check my IP address. So I have this one, 192.168.0.18. Let's just see what response I get from this address. Okay. 18. I like to use that part. Nothing, no answer, and no answer. Why I'm testing this? Because when we turn on the web server, we will get a response from the server. Okay, so first of all, let's install the software. I like this version because uh, because I'm gonna show you why. The DLLs that I have downloaded works very well with this version. I'm going to install everything over here: PHP, MySQL, Apache. I just put a server name. I just put my email address. I'm going to work on part 888. Here, if you want to develop um, an application using database, as, using web database, you can create a password for root, MySQL root. I'm just installing. So while it is installing, would you like to try to imagine the possibilities if you do that connection to a web server and SAP? Let's just say um, you have two, three, five vendors that would like to see the stock level. So these vendors, sorry, not vendors, employee. These employees, they are outside the company and they can connect to via internet and see if there are stock level for a material. This is an example. Let's just say you would like to run a vendor report, you can do that, or a customer report, or sales order report, purchase order report. So small, um, there are a lot of possibilities for small developments. Okay, so I have installed the server. I have asked it to start. Let's just try again. Call. Have done wrong over here before. Sorry guys. Okay, so that means our server is working fine. Uh, I told you before that I like to use this version because of the Apache version, PHP version, and MySQL version. I like these versions for this kind of uh, development using SAPRFC. Okay, so this is the first stage is done. Now, what we're going to do is to copy the DLLs that came from that site that I have shown for you. Let's copy the DLLs, copy, not cut, and go to uh, the app server folder, open PHP5 and open extensions folder. Paste all of them over here. Okay. Then after that, I can close. Open. Now we're going to adjust the PHP.ini INEI. We have to tell the system that you have these DLL files into our system. How we do that? Just go over here, all programs, app server. You have to configuration server, edit the PHP ini configuration file. Okay, once you are there, just search for extension equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay, you're alright there. In the end of this block, you can just enter and paste. This symbol means that this extension is disabled. Without this symbol, this extension is enabled. Okay? Save your file. You can close, and this is done also. Okay? Now, what we're going to do? If you download this tool from SAPRFC webpage, you have some examples. Okay, these examples enables you to perform some tests and see if your connection between a web server and SAP is working or not. Go to this folder, www. Here is where you can, how can I say, put your web files. Okay, so let's see. These three folders that I have just pasted, they are now over here. Okay, let's just try to do a test, and perfect. SAP function class gets the report. Extension is not installed, so it's not working. For two reasons. You have to restart your web server. Okay, but I will restart the whole computer because I would like to make sure the DLL files will be recognized. Okay, so I'm just rebooting the computer. While the computer is being rebooted, I would like to show you guys one of the RFC I'm going to work. So I'm going to SAL37. I have created this RFC, get vendor details. Okay. So the idea is I would like to display every vendor from a land. Can be Brazil, the United States, and so on, and other countries. Okay. I have this table, the entire table. I would like to return the entire table, and using PHP program source, I will just display what I would like to see. It's not necessary to display the whole table, only the information I would like to see. Okay. Attributes. This is a remote enable module. Okay, this is very important, otherwise it will not work. Let's just test. I will not provide the vendor code, but I will provide the length. I got 20 results. I'm just testing the RFC, and if I ask the system for all vendors from Brazil, I will get two results. Okay, let's just test again. This time I'm going to see USA vendors. I have a lot of, almost 1,000. Okay, just show you guys how that works in SAP. Now we're going to test how this information goes to the web server. Okay, let's just see if our server is already working, running. And let's just try again. Okay, now we got a result. These files, they are just connection tests. Okay, it will give you some results like IP address from SAP, so you can see it's different address. What else? The host name, the database type. I have here Microsoft SQL, and so on. Okay, if this works, that means your sub connection is working fine. Here I got an error, but no problem at all. Another test you can do is this one, example user list. SAP can provide all users on the system. Okay, this is a report. All right. So what I have done, I have created, let's just say, like a web page that can be displayed on a cell phone or the tablet. Let's just say I would like a report, a vendor report, or materials, stock level report. Let's just see the vendor report. As I told you, here I would like to say it is very simple. Okay, you can do the better. Just providing the landing, the countering code, and search. And here we have the same 20 entries that SAP provided before when I was inside SAP, and I can have it on my browser. Okay, let's just do the same test now for US, and here it is. There it is. Okay, if I put, like, let's just see, wrong information over here, for example, low case, there is no data. Okay, but you can treat that. You can use combo box over here to avoid this kind of mistake. Okay, what else would you like to show you is how it looks like in my cell phone. So I can do the same as I told you before. We can use cell phone or tablets, and the results is just, this is my cell phone results. Okay, I think that's everything I would like to show you. I think it's missing some. Okay, let's just go for technical part. How that works in PHP. Just if you are interested, let's just go to page 2. Here's the what I have developed. The images they are over here. Okay. What else? I have created an index file where I just put the logo, control panel, RFC test, please select a report, and I have the vendor and document material list over here. If you select the first one that I have done, we'll call the vendor pass file. The vendor pass file is just a form, okay? The name form is vendor details. When I submit the information, the system will call vendor details PHP, okay? And here I say select data from vendor, and here is the tricky input. My input type is text, size 2 for BR, RUS or other countries, max length is 2, and here I have ID, that is country, name and ID is country. That means when I submit, input type has that, input type submit. When I submit, the system will send the value that I have typed in the form, like PR. You'll send this information through the memory and call the vendor details PHP web page. Vendor details PHP is over here. Vendor report, okay. Here I'm including the library from SAPRFC. The library is very important because if some errors occurs, the library will show you the errors, okay. Also, I'm including the logon data configuration, which is very important. Let me show you. It's over here in library, logo and data configuration. Here is where you can put your SAP server address, system number, okay, the client, the user, and the password. Here I have created a user, non-dialog user, just connection user, okay, in order to avoid problems. Doesn't need to be a dialog user, normal user. Also, here I tell the system what is the name of the RFC I would like to call. So it is ZRFC get vendor, and land is country, okay, that came from the other page. Listener, just put any value because my selection will be based on country, okay, and on land. And here, remember that I told you that it's not necessary to display the whole table. So I'm just telling the system that I would like from TLFA1 just the listener name, address. I think one of them is address and I forgot. Let's just see. Let's just see who is who. So vendor code, name, okay, city and address. So city and address. If I would like to see other information from my vendors, I would just would need to inform the other fields from table LFA1. Okay. Okay, guys. This is exactly what I would like to show you. It's just as you can see, it's very simple uh, to create the connection. But you're gonna need to know uh, HTML and PHP search programming in order to get the result. Okay, that's all for today. Obrigado means thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.